This episode is brought to you in partnership with Choose Chicago. Capture the excitement. Hey. 77 Flavors. We are on location. We got an audience and some music this time around.
It's actually just ads.
It's just ads. Yeah, we listen to the commercial at this point.
Yeah.
Not our commercials. We have some fun facts. We do one fun fact before we get started.
Trivia.
It's trivia before we get started here.
Okay.
And this one is related to the episode, just to see how loyal our listeners really are. So if you listen to the first Belmont Cragin, you should know this answer. But what famous company is located in Belmont Cragin? Don't say the answer if you all know. Don't say it.
Not yet.
Not yet. We're gonna give the people some time. One more time. What famous company is located in Belmont Cragin? I hope you all know the answer, man. It's easy. It's a layup. If you listen to it the first time, you should know this one.
I was there and I don't. I was literally there.
Man, it's not the first time you don't listen to me. 77 Flavors of Chicago. Let's kick it off right now.
This is the podcast where we visit all 77 of Chicago's historic neighborhoods and discuss their heritage and taste the amazing food.
And if you know anything about us, we love two things, food and Chicago, so I can't wait to burn this gas money.
You ready?
Let's get it.
This is the 77 Flavors of Chicago, the podcast.
Hey, 77 Flavors of Chicago.
I'm literally looking at your notes and I can't even read the answer.
Wow, first of all, that's a shot. That's a
No, I'm also not wearing my glasses.
Okay, yeah, there you go. All right, taking these opening shots. We didn't even say our names. Dario.
Sarah.
And we are joined by some of Belmont Cragin's finest, and they got dope stories. We're going to get into that a little bit. But Jess and Fabian, welcome to the show. Feel official.
How do you pronounce your name?
Fabian. Yeah. But you can also say it by the end of that.
Is Fabian, did I cut Fabian on? Dang. Go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah, there you go. Fabian, one more time for Fabian. Welcome to the show, y'all. Thanks for being on here.
Thank you.
Do y'all know the answer?
I'm going to say radio flyer.
Yeah.
Hey! Hey! If you all said radio flyer, yes, you are correct. Radio Flyer is located here. It wasn't started here, but it is located here. Started in 1917 by Antonio Passin. Built small wooden wagons. Now they are metal. They are metal aluminum wagons. They moved to Belmont Cragin in 1920, and you can go check them out. They have a 21-foot tall wagon that's sitting right there on the front lawn. So anybody that listened to us the first time, there you go. There you go. Funny thing is, we didn't even go see it the first time. I've seen it before, but we didn't go.
It was cold.
No, it was hot.
No, it was cold.
No, it was hot as hell. We took pictures in these shirts. Remember?
It was cold.
Oh, that's right. It was cold as hell.
There was snow on the ground.
We're goofy and took pictures.
Yes.
You're right. You are very right about that.
I remember.
Hey,
we were looking
that's
for
for
somewhere
you.
for me to use the bathroom,
yeah, that's
and
for you.
It was ice everywhere.
You got a good ass memory when you want to.
Wow.
We're about to see them fight.
This is every day. This is normal. Y'all, we are right now located in, pronounce this for me. What's the name of this restaurant?
El Mirador.
See, I didn't even want to try, y'all. Look, when I got people that's better than me, I just go ahead and let them do it.
Yeah.
But we are located right here. And we have, like I said, we got Jessica and we got Fabian here. And they are representatives of Belmont Cragin. They work for a very nice organization. Why don't y'all go ahead and talk about it?
Yeah, we work for the Northwest Side CDC, which was an organization that was formed back in 2019 as a sister organization of the Northwest Side Housing Center. Our organization was formed out of a Avenues for Growth study that was done in the Belmont Cragin area, where we looked at what are the needs in the community, and the biggest needs in the area were affordable housing, public transportation, assistance to small business owners, and really gathering resources and placemaking. So Fabian and I are an awesome team.
OGs. Some OGs.
With our other amazing co-workers, and really focus on improving all of those areas here in Belmont Cragin.
Okay, all right.
Nice.
Anything you want to add to that, Fabian? Or she covered all the bases?
No, she covered all the bases.
Tell us what your official job title is.
Yeah, so my title is Community Engagement and Economic Development Manager.
Yeah, and fun fact, he has the longest job title out of everyone.
The only job title out of everybody too.
Something that I won't let my coworkers forget.
Yeah, one of one, y'all. So dope to have y'all on the podcast. Of course, this is our second time around, y'all. And if you all, like I said, if you all know, we did Belmont Cragin before, but thanks to Choose Chicago, here we go again. Here we go. Got some. I got a recap. Okay, like I always do the second round. But we got some fun with. Before we get into that though, before we get into it, I do want to talk about, because I wrote it down this time. We asked everybody how was their week. We're gonna start with y'all, okay? But I got our week, so we don't have to guess anymore. Right. How was y'all week?
I'm going to say a little stressful, and I say that because yesterday, actually, we just had an event called Mercado en la Noche, where we convert the first floor of the Belmont Central parking garage into a Latin market. So we take out all the cars, we add in vendor tents, we have food outside, food trucks, we have Ballet Folklorico de Chicago and different performers from the neighborhood, and we really try and reclaim it as our own for a night market, right? And so, the days leading up to events like those are always really stressful, but then the day comes and it seems like it goes by in an instant, and yet people, the event ends at 10 and they're still there at 10:30, 10:45 dancing, and so
I love that. And how often do you have these events?
Yeah, so actually our first one was last year in August. That was the first Mercado en la Noche. We had it again in November for Mercado Navidad, which was a small business Saturday event combined with like a winter wonderland again in that parking garage. Okay. And then, but this year we're doing 4 of them. And so we had one in June where we converted an old warehouse into like an art studio slash
that is dope.
Event. Yeah, we had like the loading dock was actually the stage, and we had this like really small corner of a room that we turned into a bar, and then we had like a divot that was then a theater space. And, and then Mercado en la Noche here July 16th, and then we do have 2 more. So September 17th we have a Spanish music festival that we're having, or I guess I should say a Latin music festival, where we're going to celebrate Mexico and all the South and Central American countries that were liberated in that month. Okay. And then in November we're again going to have Mercado Navidad.
Boy, okay, all right, man. Look, they doing a lot out here. Yeah, they doing a lot. Like I said, and you are a native here to Chicago. And you have a fun story, right? A little bit of a fun story. You want to tell us about your origins here in the city?
Yeah, definitely. So I actually grew up in Portage Park my entire life. My entire life has actually revolved around a 3-mile radius. So I actually never needed to have a car.
Okay, that's perfect.
Public transportation. It was wonderful. It was great. I recently moved over to Denning, just a block outside of Belmont Cragin.
Yeah.
So now I do have a driver's license.
That's a humble flex right there. I like it.
Shout out to public transportation.
Shout out to Jesse White. You know what I mean? I like it. I like it, man. And now, Fabian, y'all, I heard the story. Okay, all right, I heard the story before while we reading. This dude got another story. Won't you can give us the cliff notes of where you? It's fantastic, but it's wild.
You want me to out myself like that?
Yeah, I do. Okay. I do.
Okay. So I actually am not from Chicago. I was born and raised in Arkansas all the way up until I was like 22.
Okay.
I think I was telling everyone that, the last semester last year before you actually graduate, you're like, I don't think I want to do this anymore. Yeah. And so I packed up my stuff and I went to Alaska for like 7-8 months. And I worked for the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, just doing like resource management, just literally camping out for months at a time, going back to like a small town for a day to regroup, and then going back out. And then for 2 years, I ended up working for the National Park Service, going to like Maryland to Arches National Park. I was in Seattle for a little bit before I ended up in Chicago 2 years ago with an organization that we're at now, the CDC.
Nice. So the part that he didn't mention is, so while he was out in the woods just being a woodsman, whatever you call it, he did not even know the pandemic was a thing. Like, it was him and like a few other people that were just out there and didn't even know that there was a pandemic happening. How? But
He was literally in the middle of nowhere.
I mean, you ain't had no radio or nothing like that. You was just
So we were at a small town like Moab, Utah, where Arches National Park is.
okay. Ain't never heard of that.
Really? Okay.
Come on, I'm the South
You're not
Side.
hanging out with enough hippies.
Yeah, not hanging out with enough white people. That's what it is. Just call it what it is.
But when I was working for the Park Service there, we would go out and do hitches for a couple days at a time or weeks. And so in that time, we had kind of heard about something coming on. We left, and then by the time we came back, everything was in full-blown quarantine.
Wow.
And so we quarantined together somewhat.
It's a dope story and a wild story to me. Like that's just I told him I was like I used the joke already. It's recycled, but it's like he blipped in real life. You know, like Marvel blipped. He came back and was like everything is different. You know what I mean? Like so. Really dope, man. Really dope to have y'all on there. Know who y'all are, man. It's been a pleasure breaking bread with y'all. But we got a show to do here.
But I want to learn a little bit more about.
We need to tell what we did.
Go ahead. Sure. Yeah. Go ahead. Well, I want to ask them more questions.
Go ahead. Keep on going.
Okay. Cool. So you said the organization started just a few years ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what are some of the things that you want to share? Like, what does your organization do if someone is listening from the neighborhood, or if someone is not from the neighborhood? What are some things they can learn or participate in?
Yeah, so majority of our services are for the Northwest Side, specifically Belmont Cragin. We really focus in this area. Again, anything that anyone needs from rental counseling, finding help like homes, business advising, business trainings, and then Fabian works on a lot of the, again, public transportation access, placemaking, all of that great stuff in the area. So it is very place focused. However, if there is someone from, let's say, Pilsen, or we've had people from Little Village who have come to us and they're like, hey, I want to open a business in Little Village. And I'm like, great, I can provide you support. I am here. We can provide you the business advising. As long as it's in my area of expertise, so Chicagoland area, when it comes to business licensing and permitting, if it is state-related regulations, I can help with that, and business plans, just because they're very universal. But if it's something that's very unique to this individual, so if they're in Wisconsin, again, I'm like, here's the resource.
That's in New York and the Northwest Side CDC.
Y'all go talk to them. Go talk to the Wisconsinites.
Yeah, and then if they want to get involved, with my side of things, right? We would love volunteers. We do have special events that we're putting on and trying to go bigger and better every single time. Yep. That requires more hands on deck. But also, if you know of businesses, not only that want support, but that are wanting to grow, we do have our Mercado series where we convert underutilized or more unexpected places in the community into these pop-up markets. And so if they want to be involved that way, whether they're a food vendor or retail vendor, they make shoes, they make jewelry, they make clothes, then they can reach out to us, and we can we don't want to turn anyone away. We do focus on Belmont Cragin, but we'll always give everyone a shot. Right?
That's dope. That. That's honestly dope, because you have a lot of people from other community areas, and you mentioned Little Village, and I know those are heavily Mexican community areas, and I know they like to tend to let's go to somebody I can relate to. You know what I mean? So it's really cool that you open arms, accept everybody. Really. So I mean, it's dope what you're doing. I like that you were talking about. You have the blue vest thing, blue shirt thing.
Yeah,
that you
the
do.
corridor ambassador.
Yeah. I want people to know about this, because this is something that really is like a community. Community ran piece that y'all do, and it's really nice. I want y'all to talk about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So the Corridor Ambassador program actually started June 1st. So it's a very new program funded by the city. Okay. And but it gave us funding to be able to hire on people to really just be ambassadors in their community. It's in the name, but they walk around. For us, it's Grand, Fullerton, Diversey, and part of Armitage in Belmont, but they walk the sections. They go into every single business. They say hi. I ask them if they need any resources, if they know of whatever special events are going on that the CDC is putting on. But also for anyone that's walking around, right? They can just say hi. They can take photos with them. If they feel uncomfortable for any reason, they can walk them to their car. They can clean up garbage, and it's really just a resident-led way to take care of your community.
Yeah, for sure.
That's fire, because you don't see that a lot. You know what I mean? It's almost like the neighborhood watch, but in reverse. It's like a proactive neighbor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
so instead of reactive. You know what I mean? Like
No,
you didn't-
absolutely.
Yeah. So I like that. You know what I mean? And I thought when I heard that, I'm like, man, look, blue will look good on me. You know what I mean? Like, to be honest with you, I probably couldn't wear blue like that. Shout out to my Best Buy days. I couldn't do it.
Yo, wait, you were with the Best Buy too?
Yeah, man.
Me too.
Look at us. We brothers from another mother, man.
I
I'll
worked
tell you.
there for
I got
2 years, mobile department.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I worked in the cell phone. Not cell phone. I worked in the TV.
Oh,
and
okay.
computer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was a TV guy.
All right.
Yeah. I got somebody out there in Arkansas that was acting fool on in the family. What's going on? Hold on. Well, I don't even want to talk about my week after that.
No, tell us.
Well, that week was pretty fun. Look, I wrote it down this time. we went to Burger Fest. Y'all know we had to be there.
We had to.
We had
I mean,
to be
where
there.
else were we going to be that?
Your
on
favorite
Friday?
cuisine, right?
Favorite
Cuisine.
that was a good comeback. I like that. That was a good one. Hey, look, if there's a Burger Fest in Chicago, I'm there. All right, let me tell you, I'm in there, and I was double fisting. I know y'all saw the little post on that social media. Yes, I was double fisting hamburgers. One of them was a chorizo burger.
It was, and it was really good.
Fire, like the grilled chorizo. Never. Have y'all ever had that?
No.
Fire.
It's funny you're asking the two vegetarians.
Right.
Hold on, y'all. Let me. I'm gonna do this for myself, man. I earned this one. Come on. What? I completely forgot that. What's going on? All right. Anyway, but then we went to Tacos y Tamales, which
the
over in
Taco
Pilsen.
Fest.
Yeah, that was okay. Let me tell you. So that fest is packed.
It's so fun.
It is packed. It's very fun, but the lines were astronomical.
I feel like any festival that's going on in the city right now has astronomical lines
That's
because
true.
People are like excited to be outside.
be outside, yeah.
So everyone is going.
Let me tell you, we stood in one line, we got the food, and we ordered all the tacos and everything from
But
there.
we were there for like 3 hours.
That's very true. That's
4 hours.
Couldn't leave.
Yeah.
No. it was
No, but like
packed.
there was two stages on either end. One was playing like music that people were dancing to. I guess
House music.
They played one played like salsa and merengue and stuff like that, and then the other side was like house
music. Yeah, house music. Yeah.
And then there was like under the viaduct there was art. It was like art vendors.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
Yeah,
And
it
then-
was fire.
Yeah.
It was. I mean, it's dope. I get my
A lot
hair cut
of
over
food
there, so
vendors.
like, I get my hair cut right there. So it was like crazy. I usually park on the street where they have the fest.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, because it's like no parking. in there.
I like Pilsen a lot.
Me too. Well, I'm always there. Like
Yeah.
that was probably like our third time covering Pilsen. Like, so maybe that's the first trip. With Belmont Cragin is up there. This is number 2 for Belmont Cragin. But y'all ready? Y'all ready to get into it? Let's get to it. This is what we do. This is how we get ready. I know y'all listen to
Emotionally.
it emotionally. Yeah, I don't know. You probably heard it over the music that we actually have here, but if you didn't, y'all know what time it is. We are in Belmont Cragin again. Community area number, let me double check, 19. Yeah, community area number 19. The boundaries, Belmont Avenue to the north, to the south, Metro Railroad tracks, to the east, Railroad tracks at Canton. Again. They cover all the city, all right? And to the west, we got Nashville and then the Railroad track spur, what is the Railroad track spur? What does that mean? Do y'all know what that means? I don't know either.
Unfortunately, I don't.
We don't know. I don't know, but I'd imagine it like kind of splits or something, maybe.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, like a little thing.
Yeah.
Is it that
Yeah. Because I think of spur, I think of a boot. You know what I mean? That's what I think.
A boot?
A boot. Yeah, like the boot, like you.
Cowboy boots.
Yeah.
Are you not from Arkansas?
I've never. What is that? Wait,
Okay.
what is that?
The thing that I'm gonna butcher this, but it's like a spiked wheel. On
The wheel on the
Yeah.
thing that flutters.
Yes.
Oh, cute.
How'd you not know what a spur was?
Because I don't think I've ever in my life owned a pair of cowboy boots.
Me either, but I mean, I watch cartoons.
Yeah, but I didn't know it was called the spur. I watched cartoons in Arabic.
That's fact. If I didn't learn it in English, I guarantee you.
What's a spur in Arabic or Spanish?
Elmer Fudd didn't teach me that. But anyway, the neighborhoods in Belmont Cragin is Cragin, Brickyard, Belmont Central, Hanson Park. There you go. And look, brief synopsis. You can go back and listen to part 1 for all the information because I went into great detail. But the name comes from Cragin Brothers and Company manufacturer who were hired here, who opened here in 1882. They made all sorts of metals, and they pretty much created like the buzz in the town. They put people to work. They brought a lot of people in, and that's why they kind of got the name named after him. But then, like we were talking, Belmont came in, and that's a different. They just combined it all, and now it's Belmont Cragin. The first business in the area, though, I don't know if anybody remembers this, but I doubt that you remember this. 1835 by George Merrill, who opened a saloon. Saloons back in the day, especially in the 1830s, that was a big thing. You know what I mean? A lot of trails, you had to have a saloon somewhere, and a lot of the saloons were for, which we learned a couple episodes ago, for funerals too. They, when people are on the trails and you're traveling that long distance, you need somewhere to take a load off. So that's where saloons were.
You mean like bury the bodies?
No, you bury them at the saloon?
I don't know. You said funeral.
Yeah. So the funeral processions, they would come from different. I guess let me clarify that, y'all. They weren't burying people at saloons, okay? A lot of fights broke out. They did not die there. They're in there, though. They got buried in respectfully, okay? I mean, I don't know, actually. Maybe they didn't. That was the middle of 19th century.
Right.
Maybe they didn't. We digging out ourselves a hole here, all right? Like, we respect the dead. Some of them. Anyway,
you're like, you acknowledged the hole and then you just kept.
Yeah, I definitely did. I saw the hole and I was like, you know what? Let's dig it deeper.
You're like, this is a bad idea. Anyway,
it's like a stop sign. We roll and stop there. All right. Armitage and Grand is where the stop was, and this one in particular is called Whiskey Point.
Yes.
Yeah. Look. It's called Whiskey Point because of that very fact that I was talking about. That was a nice stop for a lot of people, especially when you're traveling. They would stop right there. It's a nice little outpost. You can chill, you can relax, and you can drink. So Whiskey Point was the name there. And like I said, Cragin brought a lot of business, housing too. We have a very famous belt. Yeah, bungalow belt. I talked about that the last episode. Which, fun fact, Chicago has 10 historic bungalow belts in the city, and one of them is right here in Belmont Cragin.
I don't remember that.
You don't? I tuned you out half that episode.
Honestly, we've done so many that it's impossible for me to retain all this information.
There's a lot of information. That's why I like giving, like with these episodes, like give like a brief synopsis. We've already talked about it. You can go back. It's a lot of great detail. I just want to give you some bits, but I got one new thing here that I want to talk about. I told you all, which is really dope. And if there's anything that you all want to say about Belmont Cragin that we should know more that you already have, jump right in and tell me, okay? But I thought this was really cool. Reese Park. Am I saying it right? Rice or Reese Park?
Reese.
I'm glad. Reese Park. Okay, let's talk about Reese Park. Because last time I talked about it, but I ain't talk about it, okay? And now I'm about to put some respect on Reese Park. It was developed by Jacob A. Reese, who was a photojournalist and a reformer.
A what journalist?
Photojournalist.
Oh.
The picture taker.
Don't do me. I know what a photojournalist is. Okay? Keep it moving.
But he was a photojournalist and a reformer. He wrote an expose called How the Other Half Lives. Now, the significance of this, right? How we get to Reese Park. Why is the park named after him? So he spoke about that because there's a lot of... he saw that there was, a better way of living there. Some people would live a certain way, and other people, poor people, lived a certain way. And to alleviate a lot of that stress, his thought process was, let's build some parks. Let's build a park, right, to, quote-unquote, a breathing space, okay? And the breathing space was in dense areas, densely populated areas, like neighborhoods, like Chicago, especially around the time, 1916, we're talking when the park was completed. But around that time, we got the, literally that's the year that the Great Migration started. So, and you've already had a huge push from Hispanic and Latin cultures coming up to Chicago. So Chicago's booming right now. We're one World's Fair down. You know what I mean? We're on the cusp of another World's Fair. So we're popping. So it's dense, right? But there's dilapidated buildings here. Then there's some people living the life. So he thought, hey, look, why don't we build these spaces so people can, not stress out. You know what I mean? In long and short. He actually went and talked to the Chicago Hull House. I don't know if y'all know that yet. Yeah, he went to the Hull House, and if y'all remember, the Hull House was started by Jane Addams, and Ida B. Wells actually helped out with the Hull House. A lot of women were formed there, and they were actually helping out with a lot of people who were displaced, immigrants that were coming into the city, so they give like a little place. Again, go check out that one. That was one of our first episodes that we did. Listen to that again about the Hull House. However, he petitioned them, he lobbied them to say, hey, back me up on this playground idea. And they did. 1916, his playground was completed, But the cool thing about that is that his reform was so strong and so powerful is that it spread throughout the whole nation. So all the nation got parks and playgrounds because of us. Another reason Chicago is the dopest city in America. Did y'all know that?
I did not. No.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
So I almost want to be like, I'm sorry the first time I kind of slid by the Reese, the Reese Park, because that is a huge fact that I guarantee a lot of people don't even realize. You have city parks because of Chicago. So that's all I wanted to add on that one. I saw that and I was like, look, y'all, this is just too much information. He went to the Hull House. I don't think y'all understand. Like, I know y'all understand, but like, people out there, if you don't know what the Hull House was, that was huge, especially for Italian immigrants back in the day. And then, and not just that, but Jane Addams, you give her credit, you know what I mean? Because she really was part of the women reform and like fight for women's rights before it was fashionable, and then other people at the same time, you know what I mean? Give people a place to go. And the fact that he walked up in there and say, hey, look, Jane, no.
Miss Adams.
I'm sure he didn't say he didn't say that. But he probably went in there and was like, look, I'm a picture taker and I got an idea. You know what I mean? But for him to do that, I think was really cool. So rightfully so, he's got a park named after him. Now every time we go to that park, if you ever go to that park, you can say, hey, this changed America.
Right.
So this park right here changed America. That's all I got. Y'all got anything else y'all want to add about Belmont Cragin?
Well, I'm really interested in talking about what the community is like now.
Yeah.
Because we always talk about the history, but I love when we have people from work in the community that can tell us what it is now.
I will lob up for y'all because I'm gonna let y'all take it, but I'm gonna alley-oop you here. So back in the first episode, we did say it was primarily white, so Germans, Scandinavian, and a lot of Polish too, a lot of big Polish population. And then it changed. About 70% of the population was Hispanic. So now, and we were talking about this over lunch here, that this is one of the largest community area for what did we say?
Hispanics, Latinas.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we understand Little Village is the Mexican capital of the Midwest. But Hispanic, this one right here. And now go ahead. That's
okay. I'm like, ready to get started. Yeah. So we are the largest Hispanic or Latina neighborhood in all of Chicago. But with that, it is a very diverse neighborhood. So we have a majority of we have a large section of like Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, but we also do have a large enclave of Ecuadorians, of Guatemalans, Salvadorians, and Peruvians as well in Chicago. And so while technically we are predominantly Mexican, we don't ever really see it that way. We have other initiatives that maybe we could talk about later, but through the city that we've been able to do special events that actually help let other groups or cultures know of other cultures. And so through that, we have different events that are tied to like Ecuadorians or Guatemalans. And so we're creating special events around them so that they have an opportunity to actually, residents from the community can come, tell their stories, use interactive arts as a way to teach, the Mexicans or Puerto Ricans or visitors of any kind that come to Belmont Cragin to learn about, why certain traditions are significant to these groups.
Yeah. I was going to say, how do you feel like the different communities interact with each other within the larger community? Like when you have different Central South American groups interacting?
Yeah, I think I was talking about this a little bit earlier in terms of with our Mercado series of vendors, retail vendors, food vendors never really see each other as competition. They see each other as a complement to each other, right? So the example is Golden Tuzo, who is an empanada place in the neighborhood, right? I was actually talking to him yesterday, and he was talking about how he would love for the retail vendors and food vendors to be together because it draws people in. You go in for retail vendors and you might stay for the food, or this place has really good tacos, but then you stay for the empanadas, right? And so it's really as in a larger sense, it's like that in the entire community as well. It's we don't really we want to help each other out, right? Because we understand that everyone has struggles, and so where there are certain groups or organizations that might fail at serving certain populations, right? The residents go in and they're like, well, I have a resource that you need. Let me help you, and that just like is a snowball effect to where people just want to help each other out.
Yeah. And it's kind of like what you were saying earlier. That's what you do, is you put people in a position to win and to succeed. And I guess we should say, obviously, with not just Hispanic, you know what I mean? Everybody, you know what I mean? Yes. We found this out in another community area. Lincoln Square is very similar, and we love the Lincoln Square Chamber. It's fantastic. They are great people. I feel like they are genuine in their approach. Yeah. And talking to you all know, you know, what it is here, you know, and like you've said several times just as talking here, how you ambassador for everybody, you know what I mean? Like this is a everybody place. And honestly, you wouldn't have known that. And we talk about it. We're in a Salvadorian restaurant, you know what I mean? I would have never had Salvadorian food. And, you know, the fact that you all want to take pictures to make sure, that's right, we do have Salvadorian food here. We got this, you know, and like all these different cultures. It's really cool that you all get to manage that, you know what I mean? Like, and understanding that it's bigger than just, you know, just one denomination. So I like it. I mean, like anything else y'all want to say? I keep on talking. That's what I do. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I had to cut myself off.
No, I think the only thing I would add is like, yeah, we really want to celebrate each other's cultures here in Belmont Cragin. And so like, we always make it a point to, you know, show our diversity, right? Because I think a lot of people think Hispanic is just an umbrella term for brown people, right? And it's not. You go into to Belmont Cragin. I was, you know, saying earlier that like on the two blocks that we're at right now, a couple doors to the left of us, we have an Ecuadorian corner store. Yeah. We are in a Salvadorian restaurant. Yeah. A couple doors down, there's an Ecuadorian restaurant, Mr. Pollo. There's a Peruvian restaurant, Fina Estampa. Right in the corner on Belmont and Central, we have a Euro place. We have Mexican seafood. We have a Guatemalan restaurant. And so,
y'all,
you know,
this is like all the countries are here.
I like to say that like Belmont Cragin is like Latin America in one neighborhood.
Oh, that's fire! Hey, that's you're going for that one.
I think what I also like is a lot of the times people are like, well, I don't know where to go if I venture into these like other neighborhoods that I'm not used to going to. But it's like easy for me to go to like a farmer's market or like a festival, and they don't realize that there are these things happening here. You just maybe don't hear about them as frequently because your food influencers aren't going to them and buying $7 lattes, but like they're here. Like you know, you could. I don't know if you. We'll put your website at the description of our notes of our website, and you can obviously mention it. But like people can go on there and see a list of events, or like is that? Yeah.
So we have a couple of initiatives that are coming up.
There we go.
Admittedly, we are a little like over capacity sometimes, and so it's a little hard for us to get out. But really, like I think. One thing that we really focus on is the residents, right? We love visitors. We always want to welcome anyone who wants to come, visit, and experience some of the stuff that we have here. But like the way that we spread word out is actually like we print out flyers physically, and we go door to door.
Foot to ground.
Yeah. Okay. We have like with caps, they go and put the like posters on businesses wherever they're walking around, right?
Wow.
And so we use our CAP program as a way to really like further the resources that we have, the culture, the events we have, and I want to stress that. So that's kind of the reason why is like we really talk to residents. We go to like the schools and we really talk to them about that. But we one of the initiatives that we have is we're going to start a website, BelmontCragin.org.
Okay.
Yeah, and there we're going to work with partner organizations to have a calendar of events for everything. And essentially you would go there and you would see, you know, we have different partner organizations that have different resources, but there's no one consensus, right? You don't need to.
Right.
We don't want you to remember 10 different partner organizations.
Right.
So BelmontCragin.org will come.
Look at y'all doing the Lord's work. Look at y'all just summing it up for everybody. Okay, all right.
That's so cool.
Organize my life. Go to BelmontCragin.org and find out when Dario is going to perform next, because it'll be there, because I'm not doing a good job on my website.
We could live stream the podcast next time. That's the trilogy.
Don't tell me that.
Okay.
Now we got y'all. They done set up the trilogy.
Yeah, in front of a live studio audience.
That'd be fire. Y'all can live stream that for real?
Yeah, we'll do it.
Yeah, I mean,
So
why are
we
you
so
looking at me like I'm gonna say no?
we pulling up to events. All right, we pulling up to an event. We about to live stream.
I definitely want to check out the September mercado that you guys are gonna have.
Y'all got the Dia de Muertos, right? I put you I thought somebody was gonna come take that for me.
Good try. So September we have the Latin Music Festival. September 17th from 2 to 10 p.m. That one is actually going to be called Gritos de Independencia. Right, and so we're shortening it to Gritos. Trying to go for Sueños neck right there. And then October 22nd and 29th, both Saturdays, we're doing a 2-part series for Dia de los Muertos. The first part is a lecture / story time from people from Mexico to talk about their experience and the events that they've done in the past, while also creating a community altar. And then the second portion of it is going to be we're going to convert a space, we're still looking, into a makeshift art gallery in which we're going to present the community altar, but then we're also having artisans from the neighborhood or surrounding that we work with. A lot of them vendors from Mercado who like make sugar skulls or who make different portions, and then we're going to partner with a local high school who actually has a Dia de los Muertos curriculum to present their art. And so the idea is to do again an interactive educational component that really just celebrates our culture. And so that'll be the 29th. It's like a Dia de los Muertos festival. And then one more thing. I guess two more things.
Talk your stuff. Go ahead.
November 28th, the Saturday after Thanksgiving. Yeah, or Black Friday. For Small Business Saturday, we're doing Mercado de Navidad one more time. We're going to essentially get a big, like a carnival tent and try and do a winter wonderland inside. And then lastly, we will do a Santa parade in December.
Y'all throwing your own parade too?
Yeah. We got the Santa parade. This will be the 3rd year running.
What?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so this y'all 3rd year running. I'm like ashamed of ourselves. We ain't even know nothing about this. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like I'm glad we got the podcast and we can talk about this kind of stuff. But like that's dope. You know what I mean? Like I've never even heard of Belmont Cragin, but
we the hidden gem. I swear.
All this stuff that y'all doing, that altar that y'all gonna have built is going to go crazy. Y'all, I hope y'all know that. I hope y'all got resources. Y'all said y'all need volunteers, right?
Yes.
This is an open call.
Yeah,
this is an open call because that altar is going. That's going.
Yeah,
it's gonna be like real life Coco.
And actually,
minus the travel.
Yeah. And actually, what I think the most important part for us is that every single event that we do is free. And not only is the ones that the CDC do are free, but I think I was reading this last year is that like Belmont Cragin has, in comparison to every other neighborhood, has the most the highest ratio of free events to anywhere in the neighborhood, right? And so part of it is we want to share our culture so much that just come on by, just visit us.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's lit out here in Belmont Cragin. Hold on, I didn't even know it was like this crazy out here. We need to have y'all on all the time. Y'all got this.
We can do a 4-part co-host. Yeah, I can do it.
If Star Wars can have 52 million episodes, we can do 4. You know what I mean? That's fire. Low key, y'all. I mean, obviously we gonna put all the links and everything up here because that was a mouthful. It's a lot. Or you can rewind. With one of the two. But y'all got to come up here to Belmont Cragin. This I didn't even know that. I didn't know all that stuff. I know that's a lot going on.
Yeah, and I mean these are the big things that we're doing. I mean we're starting an incubator space that Jessica is the one spearheading.
Okay, tell us.
Come on.
Yeah, of course. So
an incubator.
Yeah, our organization really again focuses on providing businesses or just entrepreneurs all the tools and all the resources that they need in order to start a business in a way that's equitable. A lot of the times when people think about business owners, they think of this person who has all this money and are able to open and
throw it at you
and go ahead and just start a business. But a lot of our business owners open their business because one, they're really great at what they do, and two, a lot of the time it's they lost their job and they just need to make money.
Yeah.
So our organization is reaching out to these people, really again providing that educational component of things so that if they're investing $50,000 in opening a restaurant, the restaurant's not failing.
Right.
So again, we provide them the educational tools. Then after that, we really were thinking about how do we make it even easier and low risk for people to open a business. We thought of a shared model where business owners open up in a physical storefront. So they share a storefront with either another business. The new incubator space will have 5 businesses.
Wow.
So we're excited about that, but and they can learn like how to sell. So they're testing out their point of sale systems. They are learning how to use QuickBooks. We're providing them with the marketing resources. We're hiring photographers from the neighborhood to come out and take pictures. We're hiring a person who's a marketing professional to come out and help them create like their social media accounts and create videography for them. So again, having them take the training, they do a business pitch, so they share the business plan.
So you put up to the whole I like it. But then they learn. You know what I mean? Like, so okay.
Yeah, and then they're in the space for 12 months. We provide subsidized rent, so it's $0 for the first 3 months. So they don't pay anything. They're just getting their feet in the door. The next 3 months, it's about like 50% of what the rent is going to be. And then the last 6 months, they pay the subsidized amount, which is still not the full amount of what it is for the entire space. The new space that we are going to be at will have 3 retail vendors and then 2 food vendors, 1 coffee and then another like snack shop.
Wow. That's dope. I want to go back to that shared space because the shared spaces both businesses open up both of their business in one space, learn together, split the cost of that. I ain't never heard of that.
Yeah,
like maybe there's something out there I don't know, but that's fire because like both of y'all can go through the same stuff at the same time. You know what I mean? Like that's crazy. So how many people have signed up for it? Y'all got a lot of businesses going?
Yeah, so right now we have 10 business owners that just finished the training and are going to go now through the business pitch competition. So right now we're doing all the business planning and they're coming to me for the financials, which is really fun.
That's exciting.
Yeah, the first week of August we're doing the business pitch competition, which will be composed of a local official, organization, and a past participant that just finished the program. And they'll be judging the businesses and then selecting who the winners are to be in the space.
Wow.
That's so dope. That's so dope because then it's almost like school. You all grow up together. You go and then you go to business together. So y'all bouncing off each other feet. You know, and I'm sure like now are the businesses going to be like complimentary of each other? Like obviously you ain't gonna have 2 coffee shops in the same. You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? But like that's a pretty cool thing. You know that you teach. Y'all both got to use the same systems. You know what I mean? Like or similar systems. So. Wow, y'all doing so much up here.
And you've only been around for 3 years.
Yes. Yeah.
3 years, and this don't even make sense. Like,
and I love that because like you're literally providing what the community asks for.
Right.
Yeah.
Like you know what they want.
Yeah. So everything that we do is centered around. So I guess in terms of our inception, right, Avenues for Growth is the LIST quality of life plan. Mm-hmm. We like to rebrand stuff.
Yeah.
And we ask the community, right, partner organizations, residents, business owners, people that don't live here but are here a majority of the time, work here.
Yeah.
And so we asked them, what do you need? And so, with LIST, we were able to create that plan and really put into steps like these are what everyone is looking for, right? And so we are just taking that structure and then putting our own twist on it, right? And so like people said we wanted placemaking, we want more events in the neighborhood, right? We don't want to go to like Lincoln Park or Wicker Park Fest, right? We want stuff that is our own and that is representative of us. And so, right, we're like, okay, we'll do a special event, but we want to do it in a parking garage.
Yeah.
Right? We want to convert an old warehouse into And so we're always just finding our own ways of like, okay, how do we do this, right? And so everything, again, like we just, about a year ago, we put up new banners. We put up new bike racks. Mm-hmm. And we had an artist create these based off of what the community asked for. We had 3 different designs, and then we had them put up to a vote, right? And so again, we're getting additional banners. So we're asking different committees or residents, where would you like to fill these in, right? Yeah. What do you like to see in the community? Where are we missing, right? And so everything that we do, we always want to engage the community to make sure that it is what they want.
That is so dope. You know what I was thinking about too when you were talking about the building uses, how you have the events in these parking garages and things like that. That's good use of Chicago space. You know what I mean? Like honestly, because like you see a lot of abandoned stuff, especially on the south and west side. And there was an article out actually over on the south side where they are purposely using abandoned buildings, things like that, to kind of showcase art and have these conversations of why is this building, run down, not being used? Why are they just sitting up here? So it's cool that you all are making good use of something, bringing light to something that somebody walked by, they're like, oh, that's nothing. You know what I mean? Like,
no, absolutely.
That's so dope.
And I think a large part of that is because we don't anytime that different opportunities or grants or anything, projects pop up and we have a chance at it, we always want to go through the community every single time, from top to bottom, left to right, and really go, okay, where's the best use for this? And so we were like, okay, we want to do an event, right? So we drove over the neighborhood and we realized there is no parking lot that we can just use, right? There's no open space, there's no, whatever. And so then we started having to think about like, okay, we want this event. Let's use what we have, and that's pretty indicative of what our organization is like. Not only are we scrappy, as my executive director Jason likes to say,
very scrappy.
But we really do like to be efficient and effective with what we have, and so unfortunately, Belmont Cragin doesn't have a lot of space again for parks, right? And so we started activating pocket parks or small areas in the neighborhood. So
y'all on y'all Reese right now,
exactly.
Modern day Reese.
When you were talking about that, I was like, oh my goodness, I should, so we couldn't create another Reese Park, but we can create maybe 5 or 6 small lot-sized parks, right, and activate those throughout the space. And actually, I think that's a good segue into La Placita. So we were given the grant of Chicago Al Fresco last year to find a place in the community where you could have outdoor dining that would serve multiple restaurants in the community. So again, me, Jason, and Jessica went top to bottom, left to right, like 3 times in like 3 weeks, and we were like, where is a place in the neighborhood that is dense enough that we could serve more than one restaurant, right? And we just couldn't find one that was both big enough but also safe enough. Like there are a couple places on Fullerton, but it is so dangerous on Fullerton that we just couldn't find a place. And then we found that spot on Grand in Fullerton in front of the Gordon Food Service is this little nub, and so we're like, okay, what if instead of creating an outdoor dining space that served existing restaurants, what if we created a park that is one that is that we would like in Belmont Cragin, right? Because we don't have as many green space compared to other neighborhoods.
Right.
That ratio is off a little bit, but also creating a safe environment for our culture, food vendors, to actually be able to serve food. And so now we're in the process of creating La Placita. It's going to have food stalls inside of it. We're going to create a Belmont Cragin Vendors Association. And so these food vendors get a spot. They apply yearly, but now they have a safe space to go at the hours that they're able to go and serve the community, while the community also has a new green space to be able to enjoy. And so it's finding these little nubs, and I'm trying my hardest to claim this term.
Do it. Claim it. It's yours.
Okay. It's I call it event reclamation, where you just find uses that you're like, well, parking garages are for cars, and you're like, no, but what if we did something else with it? Or, that little nub has been empty for how long? And you're like, well, what if we turned a park into it?
Declaration of reclamation just happened.
Event reclamation.
Event reclamation just happened on the podcast. We 48 minutes in. We just had a historic moment happen, y'all. I just want to, I'm shook because we know y'all talked about it, and I don't know if we talked about it earlier. I can't remember, but how many people y'all working for this?
How many are Belmont Cragin?
No. In the organization.
Oh, okay. There are 6 full-timers, 3 part-timers, and then we had 10 cap.
So there's 19 people
doing all this
stuff.
Yes.
1, 2, and there's 17 other people out here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Unreal. Well, none of them are cap, so...
Yeah, okay. Yeah, right. So that's not even in. Not even that. It's not even 19.
Yeah.
it's you know what I mean? Like,
it's
wow.
9.
And then, but that just shows you the power of the community that y'all leveraging too. Right. You know what I mean? Like, for y'all to do all this stuff, you know what I mean? I don't know when you sleep. I mean, because like that's...
I got home from Mercado La Noche at like midnight. Didn't go to sleep at 1, and then I woke up to be at this podcast. So, we find places. But it's funny you say that about that, because the first Mercado La Noche was back in August. It was like 3 people. It was Jessica, Jason, me, and Maria, who's our business resource coordinator. So it was 4 of us doing an event that ended up bringing in 1,000 people in 4 hours. First time that we had ever done an event like this. First time that Belmont Cragin has seen an event that large. And and compared to yesterday, where we had all hands on deck, so we had 19 people plus we had like 7 volunteers, and so we're not quite at that 1 year mark, but people are starting to notice.
Y'all building steam.
And we are eternally grateful for that.
Showed up yesterday.
Yeah, so we got 1,500 people yesterday.
Wow! So you grew 500 in a short time.
Yeah,
Not even a year.
Not even a year. Not even a year.
yeah.
Y'all, I'm gonna pray for y'all when y'all put that altar up. Because that's gonna go nuts. That is going to go nuts. I don't know if there is any other place in the city here in Chicago doing that. I don't know.
I'm sure.
But like, shit, the word gonna get out on all them too. They gonna be, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Because that's such a cultural thing, and like a very passionate cultural thing. I like you were saying too.
Yeah.
About how you even did your research so that you get it right. Y'all get it right. Y'all don't even want. So I know it's about to be lit.
Yeah, and I do want to get credit where credit is due. Pilsen and Logan Square do have their own version of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We definitely want to work with them, and we reach out to them every so often, and they are right to a limited extent. They are good partners, and they give us good information, and they help us start things. But we want to serve the broader northwest side or the far northwest side, and so we're lucky enough that, or I guess. We're lucky enough to have an opportunity where there haven't historically been events that serve the Latina community, and so now we have the opportunity to do that with the help of other neighborhoods that have done it. So I do want to highlight them at least.
Well, there you go. Y'all need to y'all got me speak. Y'all do so much. Y'all do so. Man, shout out to y'all, man. The whole organization, dude. That is so dope. Y'all, we look. What are we? We 50 minutes in. We're 50 minutes in.
Let's talk about the food.
And we're gonna talk about the food. This is a historic moment. We ain't never talked about the food an hour into it. But y'all, that was fantastic information. But we had some good food, y'all. We ate, and we gonna talk about that too when we come back from this little break here. So. Y'all, stay tuned. We're going to be right back, y'all.
All right, we are back with the food segment portion.
Hey.
Portion segment.
Portion segment.
And this is obviously brought to you in collaboration with Choose Chicago. That's all.
Okay.
I'm
all right.
on.
Sorry. We love y'all.
Yeah. All right, so today we are at El Mirador.
Yeah.
Which is Salvadorian food. We have never done Salvadorian food on the podcast.
At all.
So this is exciting.
I want to say I've never felt more inclined to learn Spanish.
Yeah.
than this restaurant right here.
Yeah.
I was lost. Y'all, I was lost. That's all I want to say.
I mean, the menu is in Spanish and in English, so that's on you.
Yeah, but like,
I will say, if you come to Belmont Cragin, a lot of our business owners, only speak Spanish.
Yeah, and she did not speak not one English word. And funny, she was having a whole conversation. I'm just smiling and cheesing. I'm just like,
and we make do. When visitors come, we can have conversation, and they can definitely serve them. But it is funny.
I love it. The people they listen, they know I'm ignorant when it comes to us, man. They know I don't know what
the first weekend, actually, when I moved to Chicago, I came in on a Friday night, and then my work started on Monday.
Yeah.
That first weekend, did not speak English the entire time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, I wish I had it, but I don't, and I know.
You know what's funny?
I failed.
Ever since I moved back here, I don't use Spanish. When I worked in the warehousing, I used Spanish a lot more, but obviously I understand everything, but I have lost the confidence of speaking.
Yeah, 'cause you're good at it.
When if you guys are here, I won't speak in Spanish. But if it's just the two of us,
she got
it for sure.
Yeah, she got it. Yeah, but I mean, look, me, I don't have nothing. That's all I want to say. Food was good, but go ahead. We can talk about the food.
So you guys picked this place.
Yeah.
You want to tell us why you picked this place?
I'm gonna pass it over to Jess. Yeah, and maybe you can talk about how you got connected to them too.
Yeah, no. So the reason I chose El Mirador was really because they are a really community-focused business. They are always there to volunteer. They're letting us use their space for community events. So they're really, really active, always want to be part of everything that we're doing, and very, very supportive, which is what we really appreciate here in our community. And additionally, I think I shared this with you all, but I come from a Mexican background, so I've always only ate Mexican food and grew up around Mexican food. So I thought it would be a really fun twist taking us to a place that is Salvadorian. Since I know the first time I ever came here, it was the first time I ever ate Salvadorian.
Yeah, me too. First time.
So I thought it would be a great opportunity to again kind of like introduce a new dish, but at the same time kind of like doing a shout out to again the different cultures and diversity that are in the community. And then Fabian, anything else you want to add?
The only thing I would add is to kind of like to your point, you were talking about how they're very involved in the community. Yeah, so like actually this past Friday we had biking town hall where we had all our transit ambassadors and residents come in, and we kind of mapped out, okay, where are safe places in the neighborhood that you feel biking to, or that you feel like you can bike to, or where is infrastructure lacking, so that we can create this neighborhood map, right? And so we're in the process of actually onboarding them as our first transit ambassador business.
Oh, really?
And so, not only does that allow us, again, using their space for certain town halls, like 1 hour every other week, but we're working with them to find a way that we can create like a discount program for bikers who wear their helmet, because we want to always promote safety, where they might get a certain discount, or they might get like an extra whatever to their order if they were to bring a helmet. And then through that we're lucky enough to give them a stipend for it, because we always want to take care of our business. We never want to expect anything for free from
so y'all
them.
cover the back end of it. That, boy, y'all engagement is off the charts. I never
and
seen
the ideas that you come up with are extremely
unique.
Interesting. Like it's just
fire. I mean, like just crazy. I mean, all right, we talked about it already, but I'll be honest. I know Salvador is in South America. Where at in South America? I look, y'all. I know I ain't the only one. West. It's on the West Coast, right? Is it on the West Coast of South America?
Why are you checking all of our knowledge?
I just want to know.
First of all, none of us geographers on this table. South America is sufficient. I don't know. Google it. Google where El Salvador is. I don't know what to tell you. Let's talk about this food.
I'm sorry.
You said, I don't want to feel like the only inadequate one at this table. All of you don't know where El Salvador is.
But I promise, a lot of people didn't even.
You have your iPad. Look it up.
Okay, while you talk about the food, I look it up.
Well,
I ain't got no internet. Damn. Anyway, carry on.
For talking shit. That's what happens. Instant karma.
Yeah, get called out.
I did. Anyway.
Okay, so the menu is it looks really large, but it's like a lot of the same item with different meats in it. And so the first portion we ordered from is the appetizers. Well, actually, I don't think we ordered from we got the fries.
Yeah.
Well, some of the portions, like the tamal, was part of your
my combo meal. But the first thing we got were the Salvadorian fries, which are like the fluffiest and also crunchiest fries.
Yes.
Topped with ketchup, mayo, cheese, and then a Salvadorian salsa, like a black Salvadorian salsa. Mm-hmm. I don't know what the salsa is, and I don't think she ever told us, right?
No, she couldn't remember the name. Yeah. But again, I'll die on the hill that all like Hispanic restaurants have the best fries.
Yes.
Look, he talk that talk.
They're just consistent throughout. Yeah. They're again crispy, fluffy on the inside.
Yes.
Yeah.
These were
perfect.
Fire. Like for an entree, French fries for an appetizer. That was fire.
It's funny you say that, because I had the same experience with this Friday with my transit ambassador. Like, why are you getting French fries? I was like, there's way. And it came out, and they were like, you're right.
I mean, like, you wouldn't think that, like, oh, let me just have some French fries to start me off. Yeah. Nah, man. Like, they were fire. And what's crazy is that, like, I always give Sarah shit for eating.
Does.
She know what I'm about to say, too. Eating mayonnaise just on French fries like that. Look, y'all.
Listen.
I eat these words just like I eat them damn fries. It was good, y'all. I can't even lie. By themselves, I don't know.
I mean, you don't know because you've never tried. But here's the thing. Mayonnaise is vinegar, egg, and oil. And seasoning. So those things, but people need to stop hating on mayonnaise. I mean, because you eat aioli and that's the same shit, just fancy.
But it ain't called aioli. You'd be like, give me the red sauce.
No, it's called aioli.
I don't say aioli.
Like a garlic aioli.
Give me that.
People eat that.
Give me that red stuff.
Wow. Okay.
Mayonnaise is white in that. Look, come on, man. Nothing against white things. I mean, clarify. Just get clarified, y'all. It's just white sauce is different. Pause. Anyway.
We also got the fried sweet plantains that come with beans and crema.
Yeah, I was craving them. They were good. Did y'all have some?
Yeah, I had
Okay, they were good. I had the sweet taste of plantain like in my head already, so like they get extra points. They starting off extra with me, but like you get a lot of them. I feel like in that portion. Yeah, you get a lot in that portion. And they were very good.
Yeah,
they were
and
very
it's like
good.
It was like $6
For that.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like
I think it was like 2 full plantains almost.
Yeah,
think
right.
so, yeah.
For $6. Wow,
Yeah,
that's
it's
not
a
bad.
lot.
That's not
that's
bad.
cheaper than buying a plantain at the grocery store. So.
Yeah, for real. Damn. I mean, not that I shop at the grocery store like that.
Not that you ever been
I
to
was
a
I was saying, yeah, it is cheaper than the grocery store. Okay, I couldn't even find them in the grocery store.
For real.
Are they next to the bananas?
Yeah, probably. Near them.
Yeah, I'm not far off.
Depending what grocery store you're at.
Yeah, right. If we going to Whole Foods, no plantains there.
Probably not.
Sorry.
Anyway, next we got
Y'all all in the same hole I'm digging, all right?
No, we're just watching you. We're just like looking down.
I'm sweating and y'all up here like, nah, dog, you got it. You got it. You got it.
next we got pupusas. What did you guys order? Because we got a bunch of different. We got like combo meals that come with like rice, beans, crema.
Yeah. So the portion that I got actually is on the comida típica salvadoreña, just like the typical stuff. But it was 2 pupusas of beans and then rice and beans.
So describe that to what that is to people, because just describe it to people so they know what does it, because it looked like a tortilla with the stuff in there. I am butchering that up, but that's what it looked like, y'all, and it's fire.
It's like mixed into the.
I'd almost say it's kind of like. It's like the size of a pancake,
Yep.
right?
There you
Okay,
go.
but it's corn flour
Yeah.
on the bottom. It's the filling, and then it's topped again with corn flour, and
There
then
you
they pan fry it.
Okay.
And so it ends up being like really crispy on the outside, very soft on the inside.
But it's not gonna like open up the way like a gordita would.
Right.
No,
It's
yeah.
like it's almost like everything is together.
Yeah, like a solid piece, and you
Right.
can very much like cut through it.
Yeah. I, on my best day, would never order this without knowing what it was.
Yeah.
But now that I have had it, y'all, this is like one of the best things, because you're right, they like dollar size. I mean,
Right.
like size, and you can smack them. Like I was cutting them in the 4s, and I was just going crazy on them. You know what I mean? Like, but
Yeah.
they fill you up, which is crazy because they don't look like much,
Right.
but they look like but they taste like everything.
Yeah.
So the ones that we got like just on the side were we got the
Chorizo.
revueltas, which is the first one we got was pork, cheese, and beans.
That was fire.
And then we got just a beans and cheese. We got chorizo, and
They don't. None of them taste like like what they are. Like the beans and the pork one didn't taste like that. Obviously, it was something different in there, but it tastes so good. You know what I mean? Like it just tastes good, y'all. Like I know y'all looking at the picture and like that thing is fire. That thing is fire, and that's Salvadorian, right? That's like I don't know what y'all doing down in Salvador, but like wherever y'all at, but that's fire. That is fire. I ain't never had one of those. You can eat those. You can eat those by themselves. We had the sauce stuff.
Right.
We still got some of the food on the table, but it's literally.
the slaw.
But the slaw, yeah, that was coleslaw.
Yeah.
It was like
coleslaw?
cabbage and carrots. And
Lord,
And then whatever red sauce that they give you,
That's where I was going.
It's the perfect amount of heat to like flavor. It's just so
Yeah.
deep and rich.
boy, look at Josh. Boy, go ahead. I mean, Josh. Look at Fabian. You know, go
I'm
crazy.
the in-house CDC chef too.
Right.
It's Alaska then CDC. So
My man lived in Alaska. Said I do this.
we used to
You know
do
what I mean?
bread Tuesdays, where I would bake sourdough bread on like the weekend, bake it on Monday, and then we'd all like literally just cut them up and just like talk gossip and eat while we were
He can cook?
working.
Can he cook?
Oh yeah.
Okay. yeah.
If Fabian's cooking, I want to be there.
Okay. Oh wow. So you cook it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I got you.
Mind you, each one of those things, if you just get the pupusa by itself, it's $2.75.
That's nothing
Like-
for a whole one that you cut into 4s
Crazy.
and eat, because it's still got like this they got stuff inside of them, so you gonna get full.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
I think 2 or 3 and you're full.
easy.
Yeah.
I mean,
I agree.
plus a little like side, you're
Yes.
good.
I agree.
Yeah, I had the
Or you're like
Doritos.
me and you'll eat everyone else's food too.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. We eat around here. Like,
So the plate that I ordered had 2 pupusas, a chicken tamal, a pastel. Am I reading? Yeah, pastelito. And I didn't know what that was when I looked at it, but it's almost like an empanada, and it has. I got it with shredded chicken, corn, and peas on the inside. It comes with rice, beans, kind of like a slice of cheese, crema, and fried plantains also, which I also did not pay attention to that it also.
you didn't see the plantains?
No, I didn't.
I'll
I'm
be
not
honest,
wearing
I didn't
my
see your whole
glasses,
plate.
so-
Yeah, I thought that was a good sample platter of what
yeah.
Emi Ador has to offer.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest, that's like good for 2 people.
Yeah,
It's a lot of food.
Yeah, most of the stuff I would say is probably 2 people could probably smack. I don't know about the shrimp stuff that I
Yeah,
had.
the shrimp I think
It's not that 2 people couldn't share it; it's that you don't want to share it with anyone else.
That's the thing. I was, and I offered y'all, but like,
we had a bite.
And you were hurting inside. I could see.
I was hoping y'all was gonna be like, nah, we're good. I'm okay. But no, it was fire. It was fire. Yeah.
I don't know what the sauce, the shrimp that you got. It doesn't have a description, but it says grilled shrimp sautéed with hot peppers and served with rice and a salad.
I'll be honest. I don't know if y'all know what that
it
sauce
was like
was.
creamy. It kind of had like a
Yellow.
coconutty flavor a little bit.
And whatever that was,
Really good.
it was absolutely insane.
Yeah.
My only critique is I'm gonna need another tortilla. I'm
Yeah.
gonna need at least one more tortilla because they come with 2, and that was 3 worthy.
3 worthy.
That was 3 worthy. You know what I mean?
I would say it might be even 4 because we ate some of your shrimp.
That's true. Yeah.
I could have smacked. I could have 3 would have been enough for me because I went light on that first one. You know what I mean? like, I was doing 3 per. You know what I mean? Like, I had 1 left over. Y'all do the math. But it was good. So it comes as a platter, but like really that's a salad. It's listed here as a salad. So I'd imagine you can put it in a bowl. You know what I mean? Like mix that around, and it'd be just as good. And there's a few things on there that we didn't get, obviously, but if it came out, I'd probably be just plated like that.
Yeah.
But then if you got it home or whatever, you mix it in a bowl because it's listed as a salad, which I could very well see as a salad too. I could have.
Are you talking about your dish?
Yeah.
Your dish is and salad.
Oh, there was a salad part of it too?
Yeah.
Damn, I'm greedy. Somebody listening to this like, damn, that dude is just hungry.
To be fair, when we first started, you just pointed. You're like, I want
that one. At the picture. He was like, I want that picture.
And what's worse, that's the part I was talking about. This shit is all in Spanish. That was in English. Wow. I'm sorry, y'all had to see this part of me. I definitely thought it said salad too. Oh, my bad.
Yeah, it's and.
Well, I would have mixed my shit together.
I think you should have. I would have mixed the rice with the shrimp for sure.
Hey, look, we got something left over. Look, it's all good. We ain't got no shrimp, but we got that sauce that was in. Like, it was good. We know y'all love the food. We know y'all love. What did y'all have? Y'all had something different? Y'all had.
Pupusas.
Yeah, okay.
We had pupusas, and then rice and beans.
Okay.
We ended up sharing though.
Yeah, which pupusas did y'all have?
I had just 2 rice.
Okay.
Sorry, 2 beans.
2 bean. What? We got to go stop by the shop and get this fixed. Look, y'all, we up here sound like a basic podcast.
What'd you get, Jess?
I got the bean one and the cheese one. So Fabian and I are both vegetarians.
There we go.
So if you're
Okay.
vegetarian, this is a vegetarian-friendly establishment.
Hey, okay, yeah, that's a good one. 'Cause
Yeah.
you know what? A lot of places don't really have vegetarian. You know what I mean? Like I feel like that's something I can see if you don't have vegan stuff. I can see that. 'Cause
Yeah.
like we on that trend's still coming up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like vegetarian,
Yeah, you should definitely have a couple of vegetarian options.
yeah.
at
At
least.
this point, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I mean, I think like most Hispanic food lends itself to that, like
Yeah.
rice and beans, right?
Right.
Which is a little bit more basic, but then you can get creative with like the pupusas or tamal, right? There are ways to do that,
It is.
but vegetarian.
That's very creative.
Yeah.
The pupusas, yeah, that's very creative. Who thought of that? Who said let's just do this?
I don't know, but it's
like
delicious.
it's fine. Whoever did, they need a raise or a reward or something.
Yeah.
Probably dead, but
Yeah, probably. I'm talking about hundreds of years old, centuries. I'm still trying to reward. Hey, I'm giving flowers. I don't care. Y'all, that was the food. What y'all think about the food? What y'all think?
or the
First time, second time.
I've been here a couple of
A
times.
few times. Okay.
She's like, this isn't my first rodeo.
She's like, I know about these pupusas. Don't-
I like the service.
Yes.
Our server was extremely friendly. She's super nice. The place is actually fairly large, so there's a lot of room. It's like super colorful. I don't know. I just really like the vibe.
Yeah,
The
it's
food
very
is great.
themed.
Yeah, yellow and red wall, like yellow walls on one end, orange on the other.
Yeah.
There's multiple murals painted on them.
Yes.
Like
Look
great
at it.
music
Like,
playing.
yeah,
It's just a really nice.
they just signed up. They about to be a part of our podcast forever. Like,
Jess, is in the process of like designing the incubator space, and so she's got the good design tips.
okay, all right. Look, well, we moving in. Like you see, it don't take much. All right, it don't take much. What's crazy is I'm looking at this mural that's right here, and there are pupusas on there. I just noticed that. I just noticed it right now.
Yeah.
We still don't know where on the map that where El Salvador is, but let me tell you, we know where their pupusas are. They wherever we are, I'm gonna find me some pupusas. I promise you that. Y'all, overall, like Sarah, like what you said, the service was very nice. For her to, she didn't literally. I'm not even joking. I know I've said this before, but she didn't speak not one bit of English, which is completely fine. But she was so nice, you know what I mean? And like for me, culturally, she could have easily copped an attitude with me because that's a bit of a struggle, and I've seen it before. That's why I'm bringing it up. It's like she could have easily been like, oh, God. She didn't. She kept a smile. We communicated. I told her that this one was good. I pointed. She knew exactly what I was talking about. That's universal language. So what I'm saying, like that, she was very nice, and I like the fact that she was patient. You know what I'm saying? Like with somebody that I did not speak. I don't speak Spanish at all.
Learn.
That or Arabic? Which one should?
Arabic.
I'm getting old now because like one of them got
Spanish
to
is
give.
probably easier for you.
I done passed up Spanish decades ago. I took my L that one. But yeah, I mean, I like the service overall. It got busy in here. You can see they got the ambience with the music going in the background. It was busy for a good little portion. Then it died down. Now I can't see too much.
It's post lunch now, so
Yeah, that was and it's Sunday too. You know what I mean? Like it's Sunday. So again, thank you for them having us in here for a little while now. You know what I mean? Like taking up space and just not even giving us a hard time about it. So we always appreciate restaurants, and I know especially what they do for the community here too. You know what I mean? Like they about to be the first of its kind, you know, for y'all too. So shout out to this restaurant here.
What is it called?
You know, El Milagro.
So tell
what
people
is it?
where the El Mirador.
Yeah, well, I was. Ain't that the
where-
tortilla plate thing? El Milagro.
Anyway, where can people find you? Where can they follow you?
And any other events
Any
coming
other
up?
events coming up?
Yeah, so people can find us over at our office, which is located at 5233 West Diversey Avenue, so Diversey and Laramie, a couple of blocks down from El Mirador.
Okay.
Our website is www.northwestsidecdc.org.
Got it. Nailed
And our Facebook handle is NW Side CDC. So find us there too.
Okay, I heard y'all got a TikTok.
I was just gonna say we just created a TikTok yesterday.
Hey.
It was designed for Mercado de Noche. We completely forgot to use it, but it will be active soon enough.
Right?
Hey,
Any other events?
Yeah, and then I'll highlight the event that is coming up is Los Gritos de Independencia, right? And so this is actually an event that is helped by the city through their neighborhood access program. And so last year they asked us for a proposal to create an interactive art event in the neighborhood, right? And so we were like, just one?
just
so,
one.
yeah.
You
So-
know we do this, right?
Yeah. We're like, we could do more than that, right?
Right.
Which is what we always try and do. And so, like, when we did the We Will Chicago Town Hall, right, they asked, like, oh, you could do hybrid or you could do in person. We're like, cool, we'll do both, and we're going to double your numbers, right? Because we care about community engagement that much, But Neighborhood Access Program, they were like, create an interactive arts portion and just create an event. And we were like, okay, how about instead we do a whole year series of interactive arts that educate about different cultures, right? And so in March, we started, we called it the Speaker Truth Writing Workshop, where we had different, poets, rappers, just even interpretive dancers, a violinist came, and we just had them present our stuff, and we talked about storytelling, and then an open mic night. So that was a 2-part series. We had Dia del Niño that celebrated the Mexican date, but we had a mix of Guatemalan, of Mexican, and of Ecuadorian candies and different games. Next year we want to do the Ecuadorian date. then we had what's coming up in September, Los Gritos de Independencia. So that is focused, because it's in September, the idea is, right, how can we celebrate all of the cultures that got liberated in September, Central and South America and Mexico. And so the idea is to have one band or rapper or performer or dance troupe or whatever, one artist from each of those countries that were liberated, and that is what our lineup is going to be. And we're trying our best to make sure that they're all from the neighborhood, right? So we're going to have a Mexican band, we're going to have a Honduran band, a Peruvian band, Ecuadorian, a Guatemalan, right? If we can fit a Colombian DJ, I don't believe that is in September. I think it's a couple days outside, but we want to include it.
We'll fit it in there.
We want to include everybody, but the idea is to again celebrate all these cultures. Again, it's going to be free. That one is going to be the biggest one. We're going to try and close down Central. We're going to have the storefronts that are actually touching Central to come out and actually serve food. And we've been talking about it for about 2 weeks is when we started the official engagement with our businesses. And I mean, a lot of them were like, I can't believe something like this is happening in Belmont, Cragin, right? I've lived here for how many years? I have my storefront, and the fact that you're coming and asking me to be part of this first-time music festival, like, absolutely, I want to be part of it. So September 17th, Saturday, 2 to 10 p.m., plus maybe an after party as we clean up, because Latinos love to dance.
Till like 2 in the morning.
Well, I don't know about 2 in the morning, but let's say we'll cap it at midnight. If anyone wants to hang afterwards, maybe we'll do something. So Gritos de Independencia, or Gritos for short. The Dia de los Muertos, again, October 22nd and 29. November 28th is Mercado en Navidad, which is most likely going to be on Fullerton and Grand, where La Placita is aimed to be. And then the Santa Parade is going to be sometime in the first 2 weeks of December. We just travel around Belmont, Cragin, give out candy, and we typically do a toy drive as well. But we do limit that one to Belmont, Cragin residents. But anyone can enjoy the parade.
Hey, any way we can support, I mean, that kind of stuff, we definitely down, for real. Like, regardless of a podcast episode, we will work, off camera too.
So, absolutely.
So, I mean, because what y'all doing is just absolutely just incredible.
Mobile parade podcast?
I'll be on look.
You say you want to be involved. I promise you, we'll have a 10-page slide deck with different ideas by Monday for you.
Bro, I am
Jess
ready.
And I won't sleep.
I am one of the hardest working people. Sarah is one of the hardest working people. You got two good ones right here. So,
sorry, Jess, when is the incubator opening up? And, what other small business support do you have?
Yeah, so the incubator is set to open, a soft opening, the first week of September, with the official opening grand date being right before Gritos, so September 17th.
Y'all about to be busy. Y'all about to be busy. You're not even going to have sleep that day.
It's really funny. Like, one of us will be working on an event or an initiative, and then the other, typically, Jess and I are usually the instigators, and we're like, hey, I know you're really busy, but what if we did? And then it'll be some off the wall, like, what if we created a TikTok? What if we created like a Small Business Saturday commercial, which was like the death of me for like 2 weeks. And it's just like different things of just like, I know you were like, your event is in 2 days, but like, I had this really cool idea. Let's just do it.
Dude, y'all got some good personality too. I love it, man. Like you're just dope people, just y'all too. You know what I mean? Like from what we know, you know what I mean? Like it just the ambition and the work that y'all doing here for Belmont Cragin, and all jokes aside, a lot of people didn't even know that Belmont Cragin was a community area in Chicago. And I know if you listen to this podcast, all this stuff that's going on here, man, and how supportive the community is, and how supportive you all are of the community, that I'm glad. I'm mad that we didn't do this the first time.
I know.
You know what I mean? Like,
well, we got to do it this time.
Yeah, we got to do it this time. Part 2 is lit. This is a dope part 2. I'll be honest with you. Usually part 2 ain't better than part 1. You know how that go. Thank y'all for being a part of the podcast today, filling us in on everything you got going on. Any final words?
You should end it today.
I should end it.
Yeah.
Y'all, if you made it this far, and
that's not how you say it.
Okay, I'm trying.
It's your own spin on it.
Yeah, if y'all made it this far and you like this, we love you. If you didn't, we don't love you. Okay, all right.
There you go. Yep.
We don't love you. We're not gonna wish no bad on you. But you don't.
I hope you get what you deserve. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay.
The queen has spoken, y'all. I didn't even give myself the damn the outro. I didn't even give myself the outro.
Like this episode, send it to someone
There
you
it is.
like.
I tried.
Share it with some people. Come out to Belmont Cragin, try some food from all over Central and South America. If you did not like this episode, I hope you got what you deserve. And we'll see you next time.
Yep, that's why she closes the show out, y'all. Dario, Sarah, Fabian, Jess, we out of here.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of 77 Flavors of Chicago. We look forward to having you again next Monday. So make sure you look out for us on any platform where you can listen to a podcast. Make sure you rate, subscribe, and do all the things. And we'll see you next Monday.